Now we are going to discuss about tables in HTML. How to create a table type of structure in our web page, what are the elements we are going to use, what type of structure we have to follow, like all this information we are going to see in this particular session. For that, I am going to give you a small information about table. This is the way what we are going to see a table in our web page? Of course, yes. Not only a web page, in our books, in our notepad, wherever we want, we are going to create a table like this. These three things we are going to call as table row. These four we are going to call as table column. This entire concept we are going to call as table. Internally, for in each and every cell, we are having data, data, like everything. Every cell is carrying some data in here. Good. If we really want to use and create a table type of structure in our web application, we have to use one element called as table, because here also table is going to work as our root and parent. Table is going to work as our parent. The same thing here you are going to do. Table is going to be your root, and you have to close the table also. You have to open it and you have to close it. Inside the table, we are having some rows here. In the same way, for our table element also, we are having row, table row. You have to close it. For data, we are having TD. Data is the thing what we call. Coming to our elements format, we have to call that information as TD. TD stands for table data. TR stands for table row. Table row. Table data. I am going to use one TD. Here I am going to have my content. This is the structure of table. So let's see one example. I'm going to save this file as table.html. Okay, it's okay, fine. Override it. HTML template. I'm going to write a title as table. In my body, I'm going to use table tag. It is going to be work as our root, just like our HTML element, like this thing. Internally, we are having head and body. Like the same way for table also, we are having tr, table row, tr. Let me create one small example. Just assume we are having one table like this. It is going to be your name, age, city. Ravi, 23, Vijayawada. Teja or Shiva, 108, America. This is the table I need to create. For our example point of view, I am written like that. First of all, what we are having? Name, age and city. So these three are present in a single row. That is the reason I am going to take one particular entire row tr. Inside that one, I am going to use table data. The first one is name. Next, once again, in the same row, we are having table data. That is age. Final one, td. It is city. Good. Coming to next, Ravi, 23, Vijayawada. These three are present in a new row. That means I am going to create a new row for our data purpose. tr TD, Ravi, it is for one cell, 23 is for another cell, Vijayawada is for another cell. And we are having one more row, like in the same way. Shiva, 108, I think. Yeah, 108 is the value given in here. America. Okay, good. I am saving this code. Let me execute this file. Table.html. Here it is. Name a city. All these three things are displaying successfully. I am seeing some data also regarding to each and every column. Good. Now I am getting a small dot. For row purpose, we are having tr. What about column purpose? Are we having anything called as tc, table column like that? No, guys. Based on your td, you are going to create the cell. Your table is going to create the cell based on your td information. Right now I am using 3 tds. If you use one more td at your root, one more td for your first row, mobile, you are going to see that particular cell separately. You have not assigned any value for that particular cell. That's the reason it is going to show you empty format. But still I am getting one doubt. Why it is not displaying any borders? Because table means it is always need to have a border. What happened? For showing a border, we are having one attribute called as border for our table, that is going to be given a value 1 pixel. For each and every value in our HTML, we are going to use the value in pixels format, percentage format, or EM format. If you don't provide any extension, then you are going to see the default value is going to consider as pixel, guys. Now, because of giving the value 1, I am able to see a border for the entire table. But unfortunately, what happened? Each and every border is created for every cell also. Every cell there is a border is also created. This is not we see and we like in the table structure. Table means it always need to have only one border like this. Not for each and every cell, it is not going to create any border like this. It is absolutely a wrong thing. We don't like. How to create such thing? For that we are having CSS. By using inline CSS, we are going to do all that type of stuff. Let me show you. This is completely a CSS concept. Now you are not going to use a border attribute in here for your table. Simply you are going to delete it. Ctrl S, Alt Tab, F5. I removed it. For the style attribute, style element. For the style element, I am going to select all the positions, table, tr, td. For all the 3 elements, I am going to give one border. This is one property which you are going to see in CSS, guys. 1 pixel, solid, black. You can give some coloring also for your border. This is the same way, but what's the advantage of having a style attribute? Wait a minute. We are having one more property called as border collapse, and the value for that thing is collapse. Ctrl S, Alt Tab, F5. Now you can see a proper table type of thing. If you really want to get a table type of structure, you have to use CSS. This is completely about internal CSS structure. It is completely a internal CSS, guys. These are called as selectors, these are called as properties, these are called as values for each and every property. Like a lot of information you are going to learn in CSS, not in here. This is completely about HTML. So I'm going to put this thing comment. I'm going to come back to our border property once again. Border equal to, if I give 10, I'm going to create a thick border. Let me give the value. I'm going to see a particular thick border for the end point of view. If I give 5, the thickness will be reduces. It is going to be applied only for the outer border, not for the everything. Good. This is about table element in HTML. We are having some other attributes also for our table, something like cell padding, cell spacing. Because if you see here, the Vijayawada is completely going to take the entire cell. It is something like closing box. Vijayawada is absolutely, the value what we are using, it is absolutely not in a correct structure. That's the reason we are having some other attributes also for our table tag. We are going to see about those things in next session. But unfortunately, here if you see in my table, I'm going to look something like each and everything is like our data. I want to make my name, age and city, mobile, all these 4 things in a highlighted format. I want to create some highlight thing. You are going to use one more element called as th. Th is going to tell your table that this is about heading. This is one heading. Table heading. It is going to create some difference between your table data. There. Now name, age, city, mobile, all these four values are separated from other value, which comes with thickness, and the content you are going to see at the center of your border. You are going to see in the center of the cell. This one, column or cell, what we want we can call like that. It is only happen for using th. Table heading. So let me tell you once again. Table data is going to work as a root. For writing and giving some information, we are going to use table row. Inside the table row, we are having table heading or table data. The cells, how many you are going to use, those are the one going to create a particular column for your table. And for creating a border type of thing, we are using a border attribute, but it is going to create some internal cells for each and every data also. To remove internal cells, we are going to use CSS styling properties by using internal style. By using selectors, table, tr, td, we are going to use once again 2 properties. One is about border, the other one is about collapsing the internal cell.